an extraordinary day. Today just got better for me because I have an extraordinary, phenomenal woman sitting by my side, and I'm going to introduce her to you. But I want to take the time out to tell you what an impact she's made on me in my life before we even get started. She is a woman who I was introduced through a program we had the opportunity to go through together through our certification, which is MMSDC, and it's a national certification as a minority supplier. Well, she also was one of the co-hosts that was in my particular group. Now, neither one of us wanted to be in this group at all, but we was like, okay, we'll do it, we'll fill it out. If not, I'm out of here. And you know what? On day one, I fell in love with Miss Brittany. We had an orientation, and her presence is so strong. She commands a room, is what I'm trying to say. Not only that, but she's a woman. First of all, she's under 40, okay? She's under 40, but she has the wisdom of an 89-year-old woman because of all the life experience that she has gone through, and she's absolutely, simply amazing. So we're going to just have a great conversation. I'm going to introduce to you Miss Brittany Stalvo. Yay!
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here and excited to be a part of this today. So, yay!
Yay! So Brittany is my very first guest that we have on La Host Talks. And so, yes, this is our very first talk show. And I thought about it, and I'm like, out of all the people I know, who has really inspired me these last couple of months? And I'm like, Miss Brittany. So I call her my little big sister. I call her my little sister because she's younger than me, but I call her my big sister because it's so much that I have gleaned from just our short engagement and our short encounters with each other. So, Miss Brittany, we met every single Thursday at 11 o'clock. Tell me, well, I'll tell you what, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well,
where do I start, right?
Where do I start? Well, I am under 40. I know you can't always tell, but I am under 40. And I started off, I actually started off myself with wanting to be a chef. I wanted to be a cook. I went to culinary school for several years to be a chef. And then I had this pivoting moment when I was about 20 years old. I met a great mentor that introduced me to my business partner.
Okay.
And I pivoted from being a cook to wanting to do automotive. Now,
How do you go?
I know. Now, the conversation with my mother was insanely interesting because she had already paid for tuition, her and my father. And I was like, you know what? It's the summertime. I'm going to take a summer job. And I took a job in automotive, and I was like, oh, I'm going to quit school. And they were like, wait, what? And I'm going to do automotive. What?
Really?
You don't even like to go outside. How are you going to work on cars? And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And it probably was the best change of my life. Automotive has been the best impact. I've met some of the most great people, seen some of the most beautiful countries. And I was able to set my foundation and start my company. I started AQS when I was 26 years old.
She was 26 years old.
Yes.
In the
automotive industry.
As manufacturing.
And manufacturer. Right?
But you are an engineer. So it's not like you dropped out of college.
Well, no, I did. I dropped out of school and I took in engineering, and I had a mentorship program that I did with the company at the time.
Okay.
And they helped mentor me. And I never thought I would take it honestly that serious. I was like, I'll just do it. I'll make great money. I was a 26-year-old. I was making $75,000
That's
a
pretty
year.
good for 26.
For 26 back in the early 2000s,
Yeah,
that was great.
That was great. That was pretty good.
And then I met my business partner, and we were like, there's a gap. They don't have any women entrepreneurs in this industry.
So it's two women. So tell us just a little bit about your partner, who is also a woman.
Yes. So Paulina Sandoval is my business partner. We founded the company together. She is a Mexican immigrant from Mexico.
I love it.
And we decided at 26, 27, her age, to join forces and start our company together, and we now have a multi-million-dollar corporation,
people. That inspires me. I love telling people about you. You're like,
oh my goodness.
Oh, absolutely.
I call you my wild sister because every time I hear from you, I know something great's going to come out of it.
Oh my God, Brittany, I am so proud of you. What did it feel like, and by what age did your company become a multi-million-dollar company?
We were a multi-million-dollar company by the age of 26. We made our first million at 27, our first year. We were multi-millionaires by age 28.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And so let me ask you this. The hard work that goes into that's not an accident.
No.
Success is not an accident. And so what is your advice to someone, even a corporation like mine? I operated as a salon and now have the opportunity to kind of transition into a multi-million-dollar company. What is your advice to women that not so much feel stuck, but don't know how to make those big moves that you make? What moves did you make to turn your corporation with your friend, your good girlfriend, into $1 million business?
I think you said a very key word, not knowing. And I think there is a big concept about, for me, is you can't fear what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and you can't be afraid to ask and learn. I mean, you have to be willing to learn.
You will ask, won't you?
I will ask 100 questions, and I want to understand how you got there. I want to understand your mistakes, because I don't necessarily have to make the same mistakes
I believe the same
as someone
thing.
else. And
I
so
believe that.
if you can teach me and I don't have to go through it, I'm game for
I'm
it.
down for it. And so that has really been my frame of thinking as well. It's kind of like, if I can follow the patterns of because success leaves clues. And so it's not accidentally come up, you don't accidentally come upon success. And because it does leave clues, all you really have to do is stick to the principles of success, the discipline, the hard work, the perseverance, the determination. But Brittany, what was the things that, and to finish out my thought, it was to say to young women who I mentor now, let my mistakes be your victories. Because you don't have to go through some of the things that I went through.
Absolutely right.
If you just ask.
No, you're absolutely right.
And listen.
And do.
Okay, so explain that.
So there's a funny concept that I always say: you listen, you retain, you actually follow through. Because a lot of people can retain information, listen to information, but they never actually do the activity, the work to actually put it into effect. You have to do the work.
The work. And so what is your advice, and what does the work look like for a lady who just has a boutique? And I don't want to just say you just have a boutique, because that's a major accomplishment.
No, you absolutely.
I mean, it's an awesome, but how do you turn a corporation or a business that you don't want it to be a mom and pop store anymore? You have the aspirations of a multi-million-dollar corporation.
I think you do exactly what you're doing. You build relationships. You build relationships. Yourselves in conversation. Don't ever be afraid to be in the big conversations with the big boys or girls.
Or girls, because there's some big girls out there. Yes, like Dee Marshall, who I had the opportunity to meet. And what is the lady, her name? Dee had brought her name up a couple of times. She's a billionaire, actually. She has blonde hair. TJ.
Oh,
LJ.
No, I know her
who I'm
name.
talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was going to kill me that I don't.
Right? Okay. But nevertheless, she's this billionaire.
Janet.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So she said that she called her one day. She needed some advice. And she was like, okay, darling, you know how this goes. 15 minutes. And she said, I finished in 12 to give her back those extra 3, because it's like, I know when I'm sitting in the presence of people who are shakers and movers, I got to get straight to the point. I got to know what I'm asking, and I got to be willing to do the work, whatever they give me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what is your advice to a person who has a boutique or has a life coaching company? Because these are the women who I talk to.
I would say understand your business, understand your customer.
Okay.
Understand how you want to build your platform and what you want your customer to receive from your business. And that's what any business, that's a boutique, that's a life coach, that's any company you possibly can work for. Once you understand what you want and what they need, you can navigate business so much easier.
Yeah. I believe also, Brittany, bringing the solution.
Absolutely.
As long as you're bringing value to people, they will find you. So let me ask you this. In your industry, how did you bring value to the automotive manufacturing?
I did exactly what I just said. I asked my customer, what are you missing? What do you need? Where's their gaps at?
And it's okay to ask that
Oh,
question.
Absolutely, because I want to know how I can make your bottom line better for you. I want to impact your bottom line. I want to save you money, and I want to be your solution to saving you money.
Okay, so now how are you not intimidated to sit at those big tables, to have those big conversations? Because a lot of people don't know what to say. This morning we had an interview with Walmart. They've been calling us. Yeah, They've
I
been
love
calling
it.
us.
I just love it.
Why do you just love it?
Because I just love you guys so much. This is just boss moves. I had a meeting with Walmart
today, right? Who does that? Girl, we went from, unfortunately, we're not going to be viewing your customers to, hey, can you guys join us on this congressional federal panel?
I'm so proud of you.
We're sitting on a panel in about, I think, I'm not going to look over there because I think that's unprofessional, but he's like the co-host. So, Henry, we're having this meeting in probably another 10 days or 7 days, something like that. Right.
So incredible.
So, right. And
guys, this is boss in the making.
Whatever. This is boss that has been, and I'm following every footstep that this lady. I call her my little big sister, and that was the beautiful thing is that Brittany, you love mentoring anybody.
I do.
You do not care if they're
It's such
young.
a passion.
It
really is. I love seeing people be successful, and more than I love seeing people be successful, I love seeing our people become successful. I love to be able to help you learn and be able to achieve your goals and your overall aspirations for your career
You are so
individually.
Patient.
I am. You know what? I'm patient in my work life. Probably not in real life. Alex would not call me a patient person.
Real life and work life.
Alex would not call me patient. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so impatient."
But you know you like Henry. Henry is so patient with our customers. Oh no, it's okay, Miss Coleman. It's okay. What do you need? No, it's fine. No, take your time. And I can say, hey, Henry, can you have, what would you, I'm like, dude, could you exercise some patience? So I understand in your personal life, it can be a little sticky.
It can be.
But the question, I want to get back to that question because I have a lot of people who talk to me, and I'm just now getting to a place that I'm unapologetic.
You have to be.
I am showing up. Even if I feel a little nervous and a little insecure, I'm still going to get in the room. And I'm not my own hindrance. I learned how to stay out of my own way. But Brittany, what were some of the things to empower you to walk in those big rooms and to sit at those big tables?
For me, I think the biggest thing for me was I always wanted a seat at the table. I always said, I want my seat, I want my shot. And I realized that stop asking. You don't need to ask for a seat. You can create your own seat. And then once your seat is nice and comfy and set in, they'll all just come to the table by themselves.
How about that?
And that's exactly what happened.
So you establish your own brand, your own presence.
I absolutely did.
You and your partner created your own voice.
I always tell my customers, you're an expert at building cars. I'm an expert at finding solutions. Just like you build cars great, I'm an expert at my business great. And so we collaborate together, and I build my seat where I know when I'm sitting down and I'm talking, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
There you go.
The same way you know exactly what you're talking about.
That is the clue. You knew when you got to the table, you had to know what you were talking about. That's one. Then number two, you had to know what to ask for. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times, and one of my mentors told me that, she said, hey, you have a great opportunity, and people are watching you. I had an opportunity, we got acknowledged for the cancer work that we do with cancer patients. And so the White House wanted to come and give us medals of honor. Anyway, long story short, she said, what is your ask? They're coming there. But when they leave, what are you going to ask for your community? And I thought about that, Brittany. I said, you know what? This is how things are done. When you're in the presence of people who can make decisions, you got to know what to ask. And it cannot always be about you. And so, Brittany, can you share with us some of the things that you've done with community, for community, or just in other women that aspire to start businesses? Is there something that you...
So I'm in a lot of different programs. A part of WeBank, I'm in a part of their Next Gen. I'm aboard in the WBCS Next Gen's organization, where we're impacting millennial, Gen Z women, getting them career ready. Gen Z is that other generation after us.
Never heard of Gen Z.
They are the kids today that are going to be the future for us tomorrow. That's what I say. And they think completely different than us. They're so unapologetic about their career aspirations.
Yes, I agree.
I honestly, I love it. I'm like, you know what? You can put them in a boardroom and they can talk to me all day, and I'm just like because they're so energetic and they're so unapologetic about where they want to go in life.
Right.
I'm also a part of Million Dollar Women. It's a New York based.
Now, you were just a keynote speaker there.
I was
yes,
just a keynote speaker there. Leveraging business to get to 10 million and beyond. So
leveraging your business to 10 million and beyond.
You have to leverage good relationships.
I love it. Now, I did learn something from you. One time when we were having our morning meeting, you said that is something major to you, networking.
Yes.
And
I feel very passionate about it.
Tell me about it. Tell me.
I think that...
How do you cultivate a relationship?
First, let me start off with people say your network is your net worth. It absolutely 100% is. If you're not inserting yourself in conversations with people that are not only like-minded, but completely outside of the box of things polar opposite in you, you'll get left behind. Those are the conversations that make you truly successful, and those are the type of people that you want to insert yourself with, because those are the people that get you opportunities in which you couldn't find yourself in on your own. And so I'm a huge believer in networking and leveraging good relationships.
And not only leveraging and creating good relationships, but maintaining good relationships. Because I've seen people start relationships, but they didn't know how to cultivate it so that there's a true blossoming.
I have a funny story about that. So it's funny because in my program I was talking just about that, about leveraging relationships. Building relationships is not coffee and having a drink and then you don't talk to somebody for a year and then you assume that you guys are friends.
Right.
So one of the exercises that I did for myself in my business, I took an entire year and all I wanted is my customers to remember my name. Okay. I didn't ask for a business opportunity. I didn't ask for 1 year. I said, let me just try it. And it was something I came up on my own. I saw something. I was like, I read a book. And I was like, I'm going to try this.
Okay.
And so the whole year, I never asked for an opportunity. I just wanted you to know me. You know my business. And I figured I'm going to sell me to sell my business.
Got it. Because they buy you first.
They buy you first,
Absolutely.
Instantaneously.
Absolutely.
By that end of that year, and I did it from January to December, I had my customers calling me and say, hey, Britt, we got this opportunity. Can you bid on this?
So
Can you do this?
Just honestly, genuinely became a likable person.
Yes.
Without becoming needy and greedy.
Nobody wants to talk to someone that's always asking for something.
Always wants something. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. But then, okay, so I'm a big automotive. You call me and say, hey, congratulations, I hear your son graduated.
Girl, congratulations. I hear your son graduated. Congratulations. I heard you got this award. Great job. You know, you really impact the community because they really do.
Yeah.
Most of these people care enough about our community that they want to be impactful. So I compliment them. We play cards together. I remember we played spades.
Do you do golf?
I do golf. I actually took golfing lessons for several years so I could be a good golf. Hey, baby. $1 million deals are made on the golf course.
Are they really?
They really are. They very much so are. They very much so.
So you telling me I need to get my?
You better get you some clubs.
I thought I was doing something. Oh my God. Okay, Brittany, I'm going to say this. Brittany, your company is a blazing trail in the automotive manufacturing control, quality control. What does that mean?
Okay, so I would love to say, you know, we do quality control and everybody do the spill, but no one ever gets when I say we're a risk management firm that does quality control. So break it down in a elementary school way. You have 100,000 steering wheels in your plant. One is defective. You're not going to throw 100,000 steering wheels away. So you call a company like AQS. We come in your building, we decipher what parts you can use, what parts you can't use. We make sure we manage your inventory so it won't impact your production line, so you're still building cars as it goes along. And then if you have any that are defective and they're fixable, we'll fix that as your solution so that they're usable.
You'll fix it?
Yes, we will fix your parts.
Are you serious,
Yes,
Brittany?
ma'am.
Brittany, you are out there fixing steering wheels.
I used to be out there, but now my guys do it. But yes, we will fix your steering wheels. We fix full-size vehicles. We will fix headliners.
But you have a team that does that.
We have about 350 employees now.
She has 350 employees, and you and your partner started out with how many?
2 people in our family, and begging them to work for us for free.
How did you know that there was? Because you asked the questions.
I asked the questions.
You went in the rooms,
and
you seen where there was a gap.
And I also leveraged, too, that we were women and there were not any women in this space. And I wanted us to be able to be empowered to other women that wanted to venture in the automotive industry. And I feel like over the last 10, 15 years, not telling my age, that we have seen a huge increase in the women that are comfortable with being in the automotive space.
So you do quality control, I'm trying to get at is, how does a woman find her niche? Because I guess you did, in a sense, when you were like, I'm gonna be a chef, and then you go, no, I'm not gonna be a chef. Is it okay to kind of switch?
Oh, absolutely. I think you can be anything you want to be, and you don't have to stick to one certain career path. I think you can be, I know CEOs who've ran huge billion-dollar companies and small businesses and went off and started their own business.
Right. So changing up.
There's multiple paths in life, multiple paths in life to me.
But so do you feel like you have reached your, not potential, because I know you've not reached your potential.
It's funny because I told you earlier today we're looking at companies that we want to acquire.
So she's buying a new company. So she's here in Detroit. I said, Brittany, I want you to be a part of my show. I want you to be the first person. She's like, okay, I'll do it. And then I said, well, I'm going to do virtual. She said, no, I'm going to be in Detroit. Then I found out today, yeah, I'm in Detroit because I'm going to buy a company. I'm like, that's my big little sister.
But I say that to say that I want to look at something completely outside.
Are you really?
Yeah, I want to look at something completely outside of the box, and I want to make sure that I'm in a lot of different things, like
awesome.
all types of different industries.
I love it. So you're not in just one industry?
No.
Okay. So listen, I am going to be right back after this commercial. Please, please, please. I am live on, I think I'm on the La Host page, but I could be live on my own personal page. So try to find me on La Host or on my personal page. Okay? I'm going to be right back right after these messages. This has been an amazing conversation so much. I'm just so grateful. And I know that there are women out there that are being impacted and empowered. Please stay tuned.
Good morning. This is I in Detroit on CBS 62, and I'm Jackie Page. Henry and Haith Johnson have been in the beauty industry for over 30 years. This husband and wife duo's journey of perseverance, resiliency, and work ethic have been the hallmark of a true and lasting entrepreneurship.
I am so excited that me and my husband, which is the other owner of the business of La Host Hair and Wigs, we have created products with a purpose. And what that means is, with all the proceeds that when you purchase La Host Hair and Wigs products, part of those proceeds go to a local youth facility right here in Detroit, Michigan. I have been in and out of this youth facility for about 20 years. It means everything to me to give back to the next generation and to give them hope. To celebrate, march with all the other women that's out there, that are entrepreneurs, that's on their grind, that's getting it in. I feel so honored to be among so many winning women in the month of March, that women are going to be highlighted and spotlighted. I'm just honored to be a part of it. You know, only an entrepreneur understands an entrepreneur and the struggle that we really go through to survive, and not only survive, but to thrive. This is Maria. I have been in partnership with them for over 20 years now, and it is such an amazing opportunity to be able to give back to those young girls. Some of those young girls that have been in that facility have been rescued from human trafficking. A lot of them find themselves in situations that they never planned on to it. So I feel, as a businesswoman, I feel as a owner, that it is my obligation to always reach back and make sure that my little sisters are okay for the next generation, because that's what somebody did for me. Because somebody reached out, mentored me, cared about me and where I was going, it is only my obligation to reach back and give to other young ladies that's in similar situations.